Hey guys, Courtney B from the Pulp of Wood, and today we are, for our paper bead challenge, we are doing day 8, I believe it is. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Day 8. Ooh, I like day 8. Alright. So, I think, just gonna be a little boring today. I think we're just gonna do 1/2-inch bicone beads. So what we're gonna do is, we are gonna measure out every 1/2 inch, as always. Every 1/2 inch. And then move down to the bottom. Dog hair on that one. Okay, every 1/2 inch. Trying to hold the paper where y'all can see it. Not that marking is like super important to watch, but you know, I am making a video, so. Alright, and turn the paper to its side. Alrighty, here we go. Just gonna make our marks. Move on here. How do you guys like my bracelet? It's actually not a bracelet, it's a necklace, but I made it into a bracelet today. It is my kids' artwork. Hi, Stella. My doggo came in here. This is made from my kids' artwork, from their artwork from school. That is another good way to recycle your, or to make what you guys can make paper beads out of. If you guys have a lot of artwork from your kids or your grandkids or something like that, but you don't want to get rid of it, right here, make some paper beads out of it and make it into a bracelet. It is really meaningful. I made myself one, and this is a combination of all 4 of my kids, just different. I'll take it off and show you guys. You can see it really good. Just different artworks that I just measured and cut from school. So yeah, just made that, and that way I can keep it near and dear to me anytime I wear it, and I can save it. Now I did clear coat these really well, because you do want to preserve them. Obviously, if they're your kiddos' artwork and stuff, you want to preserve it as good as possible. But I also have a listing like this on my Etsy shop, actually. I do these for customers. If they send in their kids' schoolwork, then yeah, I can make paper beads out of it and send it back, and they can make creations with it. You can also use other meaningful things. You can use kids' schoolwork, not just artwork, but just their schoolwork or whatever. You know, just stuff like that. I'm not going to go all the way down, guys, because you know I don't do the whole paper for the video's sake. It's just too much, and I'm afraid you guys get bored. Brutus, go lay down, buddy. The doggo painting in the background. Guys, it's September 21st and it is 90 something degrees today in southern Indiana. I mean, it is just, I am ready for 50s and 60s. I can tell you that. And chilly at night, I'm ready for it to be chilly at night. I think this weekend it's supposed to be in a high of the 70s, like 72 or something like that, which is getting a little cooler, but not cold. I think once I get done with this paper bead challenge, and you guys would not believe it, I actually had about 4 videos made for you guys, and I was editing them. That just doesn't sound right. But I was fixing them up, and I was going to post them on YouTube, and then I dropped my cell phone and cracked it. So I couldn't even get in it to get my old videos. So if there's a way that I can figure out to get my old videos off of that, then that would be awesome, and I'll do that. But because I had some pretty awesome videos for you guys. I mean it. I had like 4, and I was so pumped about getting them out. And now it's like I'm starting over fresh. So, yeah, I just figured I would do the video for you guys today because I'm so behind. I haven't made a video in, well, I mean, I haven't posted a video in over a week because of my phone dying. My phone taking a poop. It was actually my fault because I didn't drop it, but it was sitting in my windowsill, and I was throwing stuff from my yard in the back of my truck, my parents' truck, and I accidentally bumped it, and it fell and cracked. And then, incidentally, the very same night, I ended up having my very first ocular migraine. I don't know if you guys have ever had an ocular migraine, but talk about scary. It was horrible. But I went to the eye doctor, and he thoroughly checked my eyes the next day and said that my optic nerve was healthy, my eyeballs were healthy, everything was good. And I do have ocular migraines that run in my family, so that's what he diagnosed me with, but it was sure not fun. It was not fun at all. It looked like I was looking through broken glass or like a kaleidoscope or something. It was very, very odd. Whoops, I messed up on that one. Guess it's a little thicker. I'm going to be using my little bit of a bigger bead roller this time today, but I think the next video that I make, I think I'm going to make teeny tiny beads. Let's just see how teeny tiny we can get them. One of my dogs hears a fly, and she's got her ears perked up. It's so cute. Okay, so here is what they look like. Well, here's the print. I think it is really pretty. how they look. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. I forgot my brush and my container. I'll be back in just a second, guys. Be back in a flash. And my glue. Alrighty, so I got my container, got my glue, and my dirty brush that I need to clean with my sanitizer. And guys, I have still yet to pick up that mat, that cutting board that I can use for a mat, that clear one from Dollar Tree, Dollar Something Tree. I've still yet to pick that up. And I've been to the Dollar Tree like 4 times since then, since the last video. And I really need to get that so I don't ruin my desk. Okay, so today's bead roller that I'm using is this pattern right here. It's one of my most popular on Etsy. People like it. I think it's pretty. Brutus, lay down, buddy. Lay down, buddy. I'm sorry, guys. But it's the thicker, it makes the wider bead hole. So yeah, that's what I'm using today. Brutus Berlin. Now he's gonna lay down and get comfy. He's just super loud because he's 200 pounds. That's how it looks. I love this paper. Oops, this one's not wanting to come off. Brutus, you silly boy. You silly, silly boy. These would make nice cone beads too. Could make that one into a cone bead. Oops, that one did not rip off very good. I'm gonna have to bend this bead roller. See guys, I just, if you ever have problems with your bead rollers, like catching your paper or not ripping your paper or something like that, you can just take the prongs and just kind of bend them out a little bit, like I just did, and that'll take care of the problem. In fact, this may look too gapped, but this is actually perfect. This is what I like right here. This is perfect because you can make it as tight, the bead as tight as you want or as loose as you want. See, I was just having a problem with it ripping the middle of my paper. So let's just see how this one does after I bent it a little bit and fixed it. Sometimes they're just made too tight, the metal pieces here, that I use. See, that just came right off. They just get a little too tight and you just gotta bend them a little bit. Sometimes they're fine, sometimes they don't need to be bent, and sometimes they do. So if you ever come across that, then the first thing that I would do is just take your fingers and pry them a little bit and just play with them a little bit. You're not going to ruin it because it's, whoops, we'll see. I made that one, I must have made that one a little too tight. Yeah, must have made that one a little too tight. Let's see if this next one does it. If so, then I'm gonna have to investigate that a little more. This is a brand new roller that I made, so. Whoopsie. See, that one came right off. I must have made that one too tight. Sometimes if you do make them too tight, if you wind them too tight, then sometimes they do that. Even if you do have a gap like I do right now. You just kind of got to play with it, you know. But that's just how, I mean, that's just how they are. It's not just my bead rollers. Any bead rollers with slots like that is going to, you know, do the same thing. You're just going to have to play around with it and just see. See, that one came off real quick, real nice. I guess it was just the pressure that I was using, making it too tight when I was rolling the bead. And I'm not going to edit my bloopers out because it happens. Sometimes you get beads that do that. That's just part of making paper beads, you know. Sometimes it's a default in the paper bead roller, you know, because I hand make these. They're not perfect, you know. Sometimes it's too tight, like I just said, and you gotta, you know, manipulate them. And sometimes it's just because you roll them too tight. So it just depends. But I'm pretty confident it was the first time they were a little bit too tight. The pins here at the top were too tight, but the second time that happened was because I was rolling it too thick. I mean too tight. But I mean, like I said, it's paper, so you just gotta kind of be gentle whenever you're making them. And if you guys ever do buy any of my rollers and have any problems with them, don't ever hesitate to not let me know. I would much rather know if something is wrong, or you're having a problem, or you're having a concern, or you know, something like that. See, I done rolled this one too tight. But it came off. You know, I would much rather know so that I can help you solve the problem, you know, because my customers are important to me. Every single customer that I have is important to me. It just, you know, even after having, you know, over 800 sales in my shop, which there are people that have so many more than I do, but even after having 800 sales in my shop, I still feel like it just amazes me that out of tons and tons of listings on Etsy, thousands of listings on Etsy, someone looked at mine and wanted mine. Someone chose mine. That just warms my heart so much. So, you know, if you're ever a customer of mine, you know, and you have any problems or issues, or if you love your product, let me know. I enjoy that, thoroughly enjoy knowing that that you guys can reach out to me like a friend instead of, you know, just a customer, because, you know, I think of my customers that way. So, and I think of all my YouTube subscribers that way. If you guys ever, you know, just want to hit me up and talk to me or something like that, ask me questions about, you know, my paper beads or paper bead rollers or something I'm wearing or something, you know, hit me up. I'm totally fine with that. This this paper has a lot of blue in it. I really like that. Looking good. Guys, I've still yet to get my nails done. I ended up getting so tired of them being long that I just clipped them off. And do you know how hard it is to clip acrylic nails? Very hard. Because they're super thick. But I end up clipping them off. I'm just going to let them go. I get into these moods to where I keep up with them, and I go every other week and get my nails done and get a pedicure and all that kind of stuff. And then I just get so busy sometimes, and I just get in these funks where I'm just like, oh, well, I'll do it later. And I don't get my nails done for a month. And they look like this, you know. So, it happens. Life happens, y'all. But yeah, I really like this paper. I'm really digging it. Whoopsie. And then sometimes that happens. You drop the paper bead roller while you're trying to roll it. Sorry if you guys can hear a couple of my kiddos in the background. I've got two of them home. They had doctor's appointments this morning, so one of them's getting ready to go to work, so they may be in the background giggling and laughing in there. You will hear my life in the background from time to time. Cats, dogs, kids, husband maybe. Most of the time my husband's either sleeping or working though. So, but so, I don't know, I've been thinking about some videos that I would like to make. And the videos that I had done on my old phone before it took a poo, I had one that was showing you guys my paper beads that I use to, they have my grandparents' pictures on them. And I don't think I have that video over here. No, I don't. One video was that, and I think though that I am going to redo that video though, because I didn't actually show you guys how to make the pictures on Canva. So I think I'm going to screen share if I can figure out how to do that, and I may have one of my kids try to help me because they're way more savvy at that than I am. But if I can figure that out, I think I'm going to try to screen share and show you guys how to make that paper in Canva, and then just print it out and show you guys how to make them. And then the other one, well, I had 2 paper bead challenges days on there, and then I had, what was my other video? I can't remember what my other video was. Oh, I think my other video was this. I was making these, and I have these next to me on my desk. I was just chatting and rolling these beads. I made these out of a flyer that one of my girls got from a college, and yeah, I was just showing you guys how that looked. Just, you know, like random flyer, junk mail, or magazine paper or something like that looks, you know. So that's what my videos were, and I was going to post them all. And that makes me so sick that I lost all those videos and pictures. I had, guys, I'm ashamed to admit this, but I had over 9,000 pictures on my phone. 9,000. And my phone was still going. Like, it wasn't. Of course, I bought one of those, what do you call them things? Them chips up at, you know, Walmart. One of those extra cards up at Walmart that you guys can put in there to hold more pictures and stuff, videos. I bought like the $100 one last year. And, yeah, I had over 9,000 pictures. I think that chip holds like, oh my gosh. I'm wanting to say they said 80,000 pictures or something like that. And I had 9,000. So, but here's how they turned out, guys. Paper bead challenge day, I'm pretty sure it's a day 8. So, whoopsie, I'm throwing beads all around. But this is how they look. And these look a little bit wider because, whoops, I'm not even in the camera. These look a little bit wider because of the bigger bead roller that I used. So, yeah. So anyways, well, I guess I'm going to get off of here, guys, because this is already a 26-minute video, and yeah, don't want to bore y'all too much. So, as always, my spiel, I got all my social medias linked down below, or I'll have all my social medias linked down below. My Etsy shop will be linked down below, and if you guys want to join my public Facebook group, as always, it's Paper Beads Galore. We post pictures of our beads, our creations, and stuff like that, and ask questions, and hopefully someone has answers most of the time. And yeah, it's just a nice little community I'm trying to start for people who like paper beads and stuff. So if you guys want to join that, then click the link down below. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.